The subject of this training film is your service department's profit picture. Hopefully, your department's profit level is up to par. In this case, your responsibility as a member of service management is to maintain and increase this figure in the future. If your department's profit potential is not being realized now, then the pressure on your management team to increase profits is even greater. It's no secret that a group of loyal service customers is a prerequisite to a profitable service operation. And a loyal customer must first be a satisfied customer. Therefore, this training kit is designed specifically to help you maximize customer satisfaction. The factors that influence customer satisfaction are pretty straightforward. First, each customer must be convinced that your dealership offers a high standard of professionalism. He must be confident that his vehicle will receive only those repairs that are required, and that these repairs will be performed in accordance with procedures specified by American Motors. He must feel that you value his patronage enough to complete the service by the time promised. And finally, he expects his service work to be completed at the estimated price. Your department's ability to meet these basic requirements is a function of the individual efforts put forth by the members of the service staff. This film offers some specific operational procedures that can help each of these individuals become more proficient at his or her job. Each procedure is designed to eliminate some common problems that exist in many service operations. Many of the problems that result in dissatisfied customers are simple communication problems. We'll focus on the communication problems that are unique to the dealership service department. As a member of the management team, a good portion of your time is spent managing personnel. You should pick up some tips from this film that will increase your effectiveness in this area. Even the most efficient service operation leaves itself open to potential problems if a quality work check system is not used on a daily basis. In our discussion, we'll outline the checkpoints you can use to develop a complete check system. The last topic we'll address is customer feedback. It's essential that you develop a systematic method of gathering customer feedback so that you can continually monitor your customer satisfaction level. Let's begin with communication, which, while it seems like such a simple subject, can take a heavy toll in an otherwise efficient service department. The communication process begins when the customer explains his problem to the service advisor. Because the service advisor is the sole link between the customer and the technician, it's important that he defines the customer's needs. If your job duties involve the write-up function, there are several very simple points to keep in mind. First, try to master the art of listening. You've probably heard it said that everyone appreciates a good listener. In your particular line of work, your attentiveness will be noticed and appreciated by your customers. But more importantly, you will save yourself, your coworkers, and your customers unnecessary confusion. Ask questions. Remember, you're the professional. So use your experience to develop questions that can draw important information from the customer. The most valuable skill a write-up person can develop is the ability to handle different types of customers. It's a simple fact of life that no two people are alike. Some customers are rendered helpless when their car has a problem, while others have all the answers. So keep in mind that while your goal is always to define the customer's needs, individual personalities require different approaches if this goal is to be reached. Always perform a visual inspection. Although this is a common practice, the visual inspection is sometimes overlooked and valuable diagnosis time wasted. If the condition is performance or safety related, road test the vehicle. If at all possible, have the customer drive the vehicle so he can demonstrate the problem to you. Always try to duplicate the types of road and operating conditions present when the owner experienced the problem. Finally, note your findings on the repair order. The next link in the communication process involves the service advisor and the technician who is to perform the repairs. The key to this link is the repair order. Most repair orders should be able to stand on their own. That is, the technician should be able to obtain all of the information he needs from the repair order without consulting with a service advisor. Each repair order must meet several very basic requirements. First, it must be legible. The instructions must be listed in a logical sequence to avoid possible confusion. Finally, each work order must provide complete instructions. In situations involving difficult diagnosis or complex problems, the service advisor should also speak directly with the technician before the repairs are performed. If the technician discovers additional needed repairs during the repair process, he should inform the service write-up person as soon as possible. Customer approval can then be obtained, and the final link in the communication process is completed. Now, let's turn to the subject of personnel management. The people that comprise an organization are by far its most valuable resource. Unfortunately, in the daily hustle of getting the work out, individual capabilities and needs are often overlooked. Consequently, each individual is not operating at peak efficiency, and it follows that this is also true for the service department as a whole. It's important that the particular capabilities of each individual are kept in perspective. This simple rule is often violated when the workload is particularly heavy, and people are sometimes asked to go beyond their skill levels. In most of these situations, the technician ends up frustrated, service management regretful, and a dissatisfied customer goes elsewhere for his next service. The Standard Servicing Operations Manual identifies the skill level for each repair. This should help you when scheduling and assigning work in your shop. Training, an area that can't be emphasized enough. Most technicians are ready and willing to expand their skills because they recognize the monetary gains they stand to realize. From a service management standpoint, the volume potential of the department increases with each hour invested in technician training. The in-dealership training kits are one form of training offered by American Motors. Some kits are designed to upgrade the technician's basic skills. Others provide update information on new products and service procedures. Each kit contains a 20-minute film. Printed reference pieces, which detail service procedures or specifications, are also included. To get the most out of the films, they should be viewed in service meetings held specifically for this purpose. The most comprehensive training resources available to you are the American Motors Training Centers, which are located in various cities throughout the United States. Various subjects are covered in 1 to 5-day courses at each training center. For information on current training course schedules, contact your zone representative. In addition to individual capabilities and training needs, there's one more personnel factor that needs to be recognized: the individual attitudes of the service staff members. There are many factors that contribute to a person's attitude, but there's one very important one worth discussing here: working conditions. A cluttered, poorly lit shop is an invitation to unproductive attitudes. If you expect technicians to maintain a professional attitude, then be sure you're providing a professional work environment. This same point applies to service advisors and their write-up area. Let's assume that your service personnel are communicating effectively, are well-trained, and have professional, productive attitudes. We can further assume that there's no need for any quality checkpoints in your system, right? Wrong. As mentioned earlier, a quality work check system is an easy procedure to implement and offers some direct benefits on a daily basis. The first checkpoint is a work-in-progress check. It's a good policy for a member of service management to walk through the shop area from time to time, checking on repairs in progress. After all of the repairs have been completed, the service advisor who wrote the repair order should look it over. The first thing to verify is that each problem listed on the order has been dealt with, whether it involved routine service, a repair, or simply an inspection. Then a visual check of the vehicle should be made to make sure that the service has been performed correctly and neatly. Always look for oversights or blunders that can occur in the hustle of getting the work out. For instance, a top-quality engine overhaul can lose its luster if the technician forgets to reinstall the air cleaner. For performance and safety-related problems, the service advisor should road test the vehicle once again to make sure that the problem has been corrected. Again, it's essential that the vehicle is driven under the same road and operating conditions present when the owner experienced the problem. The next step in the work check system involves this quality control stamp, which has been included in this training kit. After you've verified that all the repairs have been completed satisfactorily and the vehicle is ready for the customer to pick up, stamp each copy of the repair order. Then fill in the date, the time, and your initials. If your inspections indicate that the repairs were performed in an unsatisfactory manner or more repairs are needed, the vehicle isn't ready for the customer to pick up. So, don't apply the quality control stamp to the repair order. The quality control stamp offers several benefits. First, the customer is made aware of your department's efforts toward ensuring quality. Second, the stamp provides an accountability system for your internal use. If a comeback's original repair order bears your initials, it's evident that you need to sharpen your inspections. Thus far, we've discussed some vital areas that can make or break your service profits. Also, we've examined the improvements you can make in each area. But how do you measure your department's level of customer satisfaction? A deteriorating profit picture is the most obvious indicator of dissatisfied customers who have taken their business elsewhere. But there are other more positive methods you can use to measure your performance, methods that can help you prevent losses before it's too late. These methods rely on customer feedback. The most direct form of feedback is a face-to-face conversation with the customer when he picks his vehicle up. Another direct method of obtaining feedback is the post-service follow-up call. This duty can be handled by the cashier, who can place the calls using the previous day's receipts. In addition to obtaining the customer's opinion of your service, this can be an ideal time to remind the customer of any additional service that may have been recommended by the service writer or the technician. Whether you're soliciting feedback in person or over the telephone, work at the art of listening. Keep in mind that you can learn as much from what a customer doesn't say as you can from what he verbalizes. There's also an indirect method of gathering customer feedback. This is the use of a locator tag, which incorporates a customer response card. There are different types of vehicle locating systems used in the automobile business. American Motors has sorted through several of these systems and recommends the one shown here. This tag is comprised of 3 sections. The small tear-off portion is a claim check for the owner. It bears the locator number the owner can refer to when calling the shop about the status of his vehicle or when picking the vehicle up. The other tear-off portion is used as a key tag. The vehicle keys are attached to this tag when the vehicle enters the shop. This ensures that the right keys end up with the right vehicle. You should enter this number on your route or job scheduling and loading sheet to help you keep track of the vehicle. The large portion of the locator tag stays with the vehicle. The bottom half of this section has a checklist of needed services that you have identified. The owner can use this checklist when scheduling future repairs. The top half of this section serves as a customer response card. The response card, which can be mailed back to your dealership by the customer, can give you important feedback on how the customer feels about his experience with your service department. Customers will sometimes include comments on the response card that they wouldn't make to you in person or over the telephone. Dealers who have been using this system have found that most of the comments are positive ones. In many dealerships, these returned response cards are posted in the customer waiting area and the employee lounge, so that customers and employees are made aware of customer opinions. To obtain these locator tags, contact your stationery supplier or ask your zone representative for assistance. This window decal, in the form of a wanted poster, has been included in this training kit. The purpose of this poster is twofold. First, it shows customers that your department is genuinely interested in their opinions. Second, the poster may stimulate more comments from them. Post this decal on the cashier's window, exit door, write-up desk, or another place where your customers can't miss it. We've now covered all the bases. Hopefully, you've picked up some tips you'll use to maximize your service department's level of customer satisfaction. Keep in mind the importance of communication. Take time to interact with the customer effectively and perform thorough inspections. Make efficient use of your most effective communication tool, the repair order, by avoiding the common pitfalls we've discussed. Remember that each member of your staff is an individual. Avoid asking them to go beyond their capabilities. Encourage them to make use of available training resources. Don't ask them to spend their working hours in an unpleasant, unproductive environment. Initiate a quality work check system. Perform periodic work-in-progress inspections. Make a visual check and road test standard procedure to save the customer from situations that create doubts in his mind about your professionalism. Put the quality control stamp included in this kit to use on a daily basis. Finally, develop an ongoing customer feedback system to monitor your department's level of customer satisfaction. Use direct methods as well as indirect methods like the locator tag response card. All of the information discussed in this film was included for one reason: to help you maximize your service profits by optimizing your customer satisfaction level. If you aren't already doing so, implement the procedures we've discussed and use them on a daily basis. If you have any questions regarding any of these procedures, contact your zone representative.